Hi and welcome to Whiskey Shared. You're watching day 18 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. I'm Toby and you're watching Whiskey Shared. Welcome to day 18 of my mystery whiskey advent calendar. If you've seen this before and you know it works, then you can just skip straight forward to the tasting. Otherwise, the way this works is I have over 150 samples in my sample collection and my wife has picked 24 at random. She'll put one a day into this blue Glencairn glass and I'll nose it, I'll taste it, I'll tell you if I like it, and I'll have a stab at what I think it is. Shall we find out what I'm drinking? On to the whiskey. If you'd like to play along and find out what's in my glass when I do, then just keep watching. Otherwise, take a look in the description now for a sneak peek. Let's start with the nose. Right, so the first thing I get with this is like caramel. Lovely and sweet. It reminds me of like toffee popcorn. There's a slightly sour note in there as well, like a sour cream. Not getting much in terms of spirit on the nose, so I don't think it's overly high ABV at the minute. I think there's a slightly herbal note in there, but I can't really work out what it is at the minute. But yeah, not getting much more at this stage. Let's move on to the palate. Well, this is interesting because there's a sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet. But there is also like a slightly herbal and chemical note like I get on Glen Scotia. It reminds me a little of the Glen Scotia double cask, but with less sweetness. So it's not as sweet. It's almost like a Glen Scotia double cask without the PX part. It's got that nice sort of herbal, slightly spicy note. There's that oily sort of chemical, petrochemical sort of tang, and there's also that sort of caramel sweetness. Really is quite nice. Let's have another sip. Yeah, it's definitely more of the same. I wouldn't say it's very high ABV. I'd say it's 43 to 46% ABV. There's a little bit of a burnt caramel note now, which is quite nice. Reminds me a little of creme brulee. And yeah, there's a slightly spirity sort of finish to it. There's not much in terms of wood on the finish. I normally get dry wood and quite a lot of whiskies. There's not really much on this. And yeah, as I said, that sort of spirity note does linger on the finish for a reasonable amount of time. I'd say it's a medium length finish with this. But the primary notes, and all I'm really getting is a sort of herbal, slightly spicy tang with some, yeah, petrol stations. It's yeah, not overly sweet, but that caramel note I think is quite prevalent, but it doesn't translate into much sweetness on the palate. I think I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket, and I'm going to say this is a Glen Scotia just because it reminds me so much of the double cask, but I could be wrong. I don't think this is any more than 46%, and if I had to have a stab, I'd say non-age statement as well. Shall we find out what's in my glass? Right, so this is the Scalasaig Island Hopper Maiden Voyage. It's 43% ABV and it came to me as part of the Summerton Whisky Festival. So it's a dram I've had a couple of times as a sample, obviously as part of the festival, and I did like it. Obviously, I think you can tell that I like this style of whiskey, but obviously this isn't a Campbelltown, it's not a Glen Scotia, and I think it's a blend, but yeah, it's quite nice. It's the sort of whiskey that when I tried it, I was so tempted to buy a bottle, but like with anything, sometimes when you try a whiskey, you sort of think, well, although I like it, you know, I know exactly what that is, and maybe I should spend my money on something I haven't tried. And maybe this is one that I probably should have, because having tried it a couple of times, I really did enjoy it. If you've tried this and you did like it, or even if you didn't, let me know in the comments, because I think it's a fairly popular dram, but I don't think it's very widely known. So interested to hear your thoughts if you've tried it. Well, I'm going to finish what's in my glass and enjoy it, well, maybe as slowly as I can, because there's not much left in the glass and that's all I've got of it. So hopefully you'll come back tomorrow and we can do this all again. Saunter. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.